Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's Kiara Lachey. I hope you guys are doing well this morning. Another Rejuvenated Rising. And I wanted to come on and just chat a little bit with you guys, give you an update. I am this close to sharing my story, telling y'all exactly what took place to make me so emotional the other day. But for this video, I'm just coming on to spread positivity. In this video, you guys, I'm going to be talking about finances. I received revelation this morning. I was watching a guy on YouTube was talking about credit scores and 401k. And y'all, the entire system has just been made to dupe you. It's so deep. First and foremost, the only thing you should owe a man is to love him. That's it. Don't go robbing Peter to pay Paul either. And I'm going to drop these scriptures in the description below. But let's just talk about money management really quickly. I had a revelation. I was talking to my husband about some things and using my 401k in case I am changing my job or what may have you. And my idea is to be debt free, because if you're debt free, you don't owe anybody. And though it may be a little blow at first, taking money out of your 401k to pay debt, but when you have debt and it's constantly growing, there's no way you can truly invest and receive a profit. It takes $500 to start a business, right? But if you owe $1,000, why not go ahead and pay that $500 so you could take the proceeds that you get outside of that to start that business? Ideally, we've all been living in debt in some way, shape, or form, whether it's your mortgage, whether it's your car payment, whether it's credit card, whether it's, anything outside of a month-to-month expense that you chose to get because you felt you needed it is like debt. I could say the same thing for childcare, because if you had a village, your grandparents, aunts and uncles, everybody will work together to create that safe space for the children, to teach them, to watch after them, and keep them, instead of you paying a facility $300 a week to watch your child. We don't really know if they're learning anything, but that's another discussion, because we know a lot of times we need childcare. So the purpose, again, of this video is to talk about money management. This is your sign. If you owe anything, go ahead and pay that off. Don't think you're going to get wealth by having debt and trying to get around it. If you owe something, you need to go ahead and double up your payments. You need to go ahead and pay off your stuff. That way, when it's time for you to get these profits, you're able to take those proceeds and actually diversify your investing, and if you don't know about investing, I would tell you to start with getting outside of your 401k, taking those profits and diversifying them. You don't necessarily need to get a fund management portfolio team or anything like that, but I'm not a professional. This is just my personal opinion, but I do know that everything that we've been taught to believe, as far as like if you have a good credit score, you're rich and things like that, and you're wealthy and all of that. And if you have a good 401k, same thing, because I've learned that everything has taxes and fees, y'all. So 401k even have taxes and fees. So if all your money's sitting in the 401k, it's not smart. If you got debt and you thinking that you balling because you got money in the 401k, it's not smart. It's important to pay off your debts, because as in the Bible, it says also render to Caesar's what is Caesar's, okay? And to God what is God's. Then he also goes to say again, you should owe no man nothing but to love him. So 2025, we get out of debt. And if you have a credit card and you're not able to pay cash same day, don't use your credit card to buy nothing unless you're paying a bill that you Honestly, I'm going to say if you don't got the money within 24 to 72 hours, don't put it on a credit card, because you should be instantly paying that credit card back. Whole point of the credit system, y'all, was really, it was from back in the day when they started. Sally Mae and some other guy, if that's her name. I believe that's her name. Maybe not. I'll research it and put that in the description as well. But they came up with this system so they could start, filtering out the people to get mortgages. So it was like a numbers game, like who's really responsible with their money. If we're going to be lending them the money, let's see how responsible they are and what they've been doing with their money. So it's like letting a friend borrow money. I mean, all due respect. I know it's kind of, the system is wicked, but it's just like, hey man, if I let you loan this $5,000, you got to pay me back. But if you don't pay that $5,000 back, when your friend call you, be like, yo, I need my money. Like, instead of him being like cool with it, like, yeah, just pay me back when you can, or just pay me the $5,000. They want whatever's on top of that for you not being able to pay them back at the right time. So again, credit cards, you need to cut them up if you don't know how to buy a piece of bubble gum and pay it right back. Because as Dave Ramsey said, you shouldn't have to live off credit, period. That is a false narrative that will keep you in debt for the rest of your life. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a pair of Nike shoes. I don't care if it's a pair of jogging suits. I don't care if you're trying to go out of town and you're trying to book a vacation. Don't put that on your credit card if you don't have the money to pay it right back, because this is what's going to happen. You're going to think that you have the money coming. You don't know what could happen. You could be laid off. You could be fired. There could be an emergency. Your hot water heater could go out. You could need something redone in your ceiling or in your attic. And I'm talking specifically for homeowners. If you have an apartment, you just never know. There could be a fire in the apartment. You sitting around waiting on insurance to pay to get you in a new place. Like, y'all got to think smart. I need you to pay off all your debt and have 3 to 6 months of emergency savings put aside. Do not use your credit card if you do not have to. Do not use your credit card if it's not a financial emergency. Do not use your credit card if you do not have the money to pay it back within 24 to 72 hours. 2025, the goal is to get out of debt. I'm not saying go back and pay the man what he robbed you for in the first place, because I understand it's very frustrating, but it's monopoly. It's a game. It's just like if your friend lets you borrow some money, they want their money back, and you got to be fair. That's fair, right? So another part of my revelation this morning, because I was just going back and forth like, man, do I want to take out my money? You know what I'm saying? Woo-da-woo-da-woo. Like, not showing all the cards in my hand, because there's some things that you need to keep personal. But I've just been thinking about, like, different ways to diversify my investments and just trying to grow that, that wealth for my son, that generational wealth. Now, give and take, this is, everybody is different. Everybody have their own way about doing things. But this is just my thoughts on it. Because not everybody will tell you, hey, 401k, instead of doing traditional, you should do Roth. And that's just, again, because of the fees and taxes. Then y'all also have to realize that the tariffs that Trump is, putting out and then took them back, like, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I don't even know 100% on that. So I'm not going to dive into it. I just know that it was kind of giving me, like, whatever you're buying, make sure you're buying in bulk. Make sure you're not overspending. Any extra money that y'all got, if you ain't trying to come up with a way to get a business or invest or diversify your money, what are you doing? Like, the time for all of that unnecessary spending and, like, just like it's going to be there. Give and take. Don't live in fear. Live life abundantly. But God didn't get put on the cross, and, like, God did not lay on the cross with free will for you to live your life in bondage and debt to mammon. That is not the life that God died and rose to give me. So I renounce debt in the name of Jesus. And I accept being debt free in the name of Jesus. I and all people tied to me are debt free in the name of Jesus. And if you are watching this video, I claim that victory over your life as well in the name of Jesus. 2025, we shouldn't be going into debt, y'all. We should be getting out of debt. If you got to get 2 jobs for a few months to pay down some of your stuff, you got to do what you got to do. Job market is another discussion. Anybody know any jobs that's hiring right now? Anybody know any professions that's hiring? What y'all doing differently to get your face out there? Are you just applying online? I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have to, it's going to be this next season in your life, you're going to have to be bold and courageous. And God spoke to me. He said, do not be afraid. With this entire situation, I can crawl back into a corner of fear because of uncertainty in the world and things that's going on. But he told me, do not be afraid. So I'm choosing to listen to his word and do not be afraid. And with that being said, I just hope this message inspires you guys to not be afraid. So, get out of debt, save your money, 3 to 6 months of emergency, and diversify your saving and your investment. But so, I'll go ahead and let y'all go. You know, I typically like to be on here 15 minutes, but again, I'll be sending my email to get some information so I can go ahead and share my story. I just want to make sure if it's a suit file, then I'm not putting no information out there that's going to mess me up. Because a lot of people go on the internet, like Corey, for instance. You got a whole suit pending, and he's still telling his story. He don't care what nobody say. They told him to stop talking about him and Corman's situation, but he's still talking about it. Evidently, his lawyer is telling him, like, you could say what you want to say. Because, come on, Corey is smarter than that. He ain't finna be out here on the internet just running his mouth about him and Corman's situation. He been trying to divorce the girl, but apparently, I don't know. All I know is, gotta think, gotta be smart. So, I'm not going to talk about the company, the name of the company and the exact details until I confirm that it's safe to do so. So, but I look forward to sharing that. I look forward to sharing that with y'all. On my channel, I'm still thinking of more ideas of what I want to put up outside of Rejuvenated Risings, because I can just sit down and talk to y'all like I'm doing now. I don't have to do nothing fancy. But I know y'all gonna want to see more, you know. I know y'all gonna want to see more and do more on my channel. So I am willing and wanting to do that too. But just thank y'all for even just watching my videos, because it means a lot to me. I just want to encourage y'all and let y'all know y'all not alone in this thing we call life. We're all going through it together. And I feel like, you know, we should share the burden. You know, we got to help one another, and we have information. Don't gatekeep. Go ahead and share the information, because you never know. You could spark a seed. You could spark a flame and plant a seed in the mind of a person who can change the world. So I'm a big advocate for that. Sharing that knowledge, like my friend Tupac said, you know, you're going to spark the brain that's going to change the world. So, you know, don't sit on your testimonies, man. Y'all, that could be something that's helping somebody else have a breakthrough. You know, don't sit on your testimony. But we're gonna tap in, and that's my next thing, man. I'm just trying to move my money around so that I can break way, make way. So I'll be sharing those secrets as well as I learn and grow in that. Actually, shout out to Lauren Simmons, who I went to high school with. I saw her brother in the barbershop the other day. As y'all can tell, I got a little fresh cut. I don't really like a lot of hair because I ain't got time. But her brother, in her book, she spoke about how her brother's condition, with him not having no excuses, with having such full life, has inspired her to keep going. And when I talked to him the other day in the barbershop, I was just like, yeah, man, he cool. He cool. So shout out Big Larry. Shout out Lauren Simmons. Blessed to know y'all. You know, I grew up, not like grew up, but like we went to high school together, and she was probably like a sophomore and I was a senior at the time. And I remember she was just so quiet, and I would just talk to her, you know, and she was just the sweetest girl, man. But yeah, she has went along, and first African-American woman on a New York stock exchange floor. So, you know, big ups to her. But yeah, so but anyway, I am going to talk to y'all later, man. By the way, Larry was like, I love your glasses. He's like, I like them glasses. I'm like, black girl magic. I don't know why I thought about Oprah, because Oprah be having some fire frames, but past few years, Oprah ain't been getting no good rep, man. Apparently she got a lot going on and things like that. People feel like she's not really who she says she is, but I don't know. She stay out the way. I mean, I hear from Gail every now and then from CNBC. What is it? Good Morning America or something? I don't know. It's one of them shows, but she be on. Gail be more in the way than Oprah. Oprah stay out the way. I don't really hear a lot from Oprah. I mean, I get a lot of her shows from her TV network on, but outside of that, I don't hear nothing from that lady. That lady's probably like one of the richest. I'll take that back. She definitely up there though. But yeah. So again, money management, very important. Also, check out some of Lauren's videos. She will tell y'all about investments. She will break it down for y'all, way more educated in it than I am. I mean, I have common sense as well as Dave Ramsey, my mom, Dukes. One Christmas ago, like a few Christmases ago, before me and my sister had our sons, she gifted us a book, Dave Ramsey Money Management, and I'll also put that in the description below. And I skimmed through it a few times. A lot of families, man, talking about that credit card debt. That credit card debt, bro, it mentally weighs you down, and it will financially weigh you down. And when it's mentally weighing on you, it will be physically weighing on you. Then it's financially weighing on you. So it's so important. If you can get out of credit card debt, pay it off aggressively. Sometimes people are goal oriented. If you have $500 and you have $5,000, and you feel like paying that $500, even though the $5,000 had higher interest, if you go ahead and crush that $500, it's gonna light that fire, man. When you pay that $500, then you'll be able to say, dang, I can do this, and then you can aggressively attack that $5,000. But if you more like, I ain't trying to pay a ton on interest, let me go on here. I'm gonna just say I feel like paying off the smaller balance first is going to be your best bet, man. Because it feels better knowing I can do this, and then you can go ahead and cut that little interest on it. Go ahead, pay off the small balance first, and then go to the big balance. That's just my opinion. Definitely gonna be buying her book. I'm gifting that myself for my birthday because your girl trying to level up. Yeah, I'm not ashamed. She's a little younger than me, but hey, we all got different gifts and talents in life. But she didn't gatekeep. She's sharing it, and I appreciate that, Lauren. Again. So yeah, let me go. I gotta go get my son. I'm potty training him, so let me go get this together. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm not crying today, y'all. I'm okay. I'm okay today. So yeah, peace. I'll see y'all next video. Again, drop it in a comment, like the video so you can put it on the algorithm, man. It's free. Support your girl. Like this video, man, so I can get out and I can connect with other people and we can build, y'all. We need to tap in together. We need to build and tap in. It's 2025. Like, we getting older. It's time to tap in. Instead of just existing, it's time to live fully. So I appreciate your support. If you have a channel, you're a small content creator, you're just getting started, definitely drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to come check out your stuff and see what you're doing and, you know, support you as well. But thanks again, y'all, for tuning in. I'm gonna get myself together, chat, because I will still be talking. All right. Bye.